Hey guys, if you type the words how to make money online into Google, you will get an unbelievable number of results. The last time I checked, I had 220,000 monthly searches on Google and about 4 billion results came up for those words. That says to me that a lot of people are interested in how to make money online. There isn't a lot of information though from a UK perspective. A lot of the information out there is written and created in the US. So for me, it's exciting to talk about how to make money online from a UK perspective, because I believe the online world presents some really interesting ideas for how we can make money on an ongoing basis. Now, a lot of the ideas you come across fall into two main buckets, in my opinion, okay? You've got on one hand, what I refer to as pocket money ideas. These are ideas that might give you, the odd £20 or $20 here and there. That might just serve as pocket money, on an ongoing basis, okay? Then you have ideas on this side that I term kind of big money ideas that can help you generate about £1,000 and above per month, okay? Now, this video is focusing specifically on these ideas that have the potential to grow, ideas that have the potential for sustainability and consistency in helping you generate income on an ongoing basis. Now, you can of course make pocket money ideas, which are nice. I'm going to put a link below to a really detailed post I've done and above called 85 Ways to Make Extra Money. Now, check that out. That has a whole universe of ideas, such as, doing surveys and all these very interesting things, which in my opinion require quite a lot of time for the level of returns that you get out of them, okay? What you will not find on this video though is any form of matched betting or anything like that. We just don't do that here on this channel. So, sorry to disappoint you if you're looking for match betting. You'd have to watch another channel for that one, okay? So today we're gonna dive in and really unpack very practically. The way I'd love to do this video today is to really talk to you about the ideas initially. Then I want to, take you on the journey of showing you how, from my own perspective, how we actually generate an income from these various areas for the ones that we do generate an income from, okay? I'll show you practically how they actually work, okay? Now let's dive in and start to unpack these ideas on how to make money online from a UK perspective. So guys, the first idea on how to make money online from a UK perspective is blogging. And I've picked this idea because it's one that I can talk to you about very, very practically. In order to really understand how you make money online from blogging, it really helps to take a step back and understand what a blog really is from a money-making perspective, okay? So I've done a bit of a diagram here on the board because I really want you to understand how you need to start to look at this if blogging is something you want to do in order to make some extra money online, okay? So now, a typical business has various departments, okay? They have, say, sales, finance, marketing, tech, and IT, what have you, various departments in a business. Now, the blog plays a really unique role because the blog plays the role of the marketing department of a business. Now, most people don't understand this, which is why they really find blogging really frustrating and don't fully, see it as something that they can use to generating some extra income. A blog exists to market an existing business or a business that you are creating in order to make some extra money. So I use the Humble Penny as an example. When I started the Humble Penny, I started it as a creative outlet, as a way for me to explore what the online world's really about. So I didn't have a business per se that I was starting out. So I didn't even understand this concept of what a blog represented from a way of making extra money. Over time, I realized that for this site to grow, for the YouTube channel, for the blog at thehumblepenny.com, all these areas, for them to grow, what we're doing needed to make some money, needed to become sustainable. So the big question I asked myself was, what is the business that we possibly have that the blog therefore then serves to market over time, okay? And for us, that business is the business of financial education, okay? So for various other types of businesses, for various other types of blogs, the actual business that exists behind the blog, remember the blog is the marketing department of the business. So the various businesses that exist will differ. So for example, a friend of mine runs a blog that teaches people about healthy living. Okay, so her blog is about food and healthy living. Okay, so her business is teaching people about recipes and things like that. That's the actual business. And the blog itself serves to bring eyeballs to the website from which that traffic then gets monetized to start to generate some extra income. Okay, so that's what a blog is. It's the marketing department of a business. And if you understand that, then you realize that every single piece of blogging content that you create on your website therefore has to be absolutely deliberate and researched in order to bring the type of traffic that you want to your blog, i.e. to your business, such that you can then use various methods to monetize that traffic. And I'll talk to you about some of those methods in a minute, using a practical example, using our blog as a way to show you what those are, okay? But before I do that, I want to explain another really, really important concept about blogging. One that kind of, when you zoom out and think about the art of blogging, not the science, but the art this time of blogging, is so critical in helping you become a real success and making blogging work for you. This is one day, one month, one year. Okay. So guys, in order to explain this concept of the stock and flow, okay, it's very important to understand the importance of consistency in making you a success at blogging, okay? So this is a kind of a map out of what a blogging life could look like in 1 year. Imagine you start making one piece of content. At the very beginning, you only have one piece of content, okay? Then over time, say over 1 month, you know, this is just a representation. You have a number of pieces of content, i.e. blog posts that you've created, or images, or pieces of video content, or a mashup of those various pieces of content. You basically got a collection of pieces of content over a period of time, okay? And then in 1 year, you start to notice, wow, look at all this stuff I've created. I've got a ton of stuff that I've done in a year, okay? And this is where blogging becomes really powerful, okay? Because at the very beginning, it feels like, oh, you know, this is too much. I don't really see how this can become this thing, okay? Now, I can speak to you about this practically as someone who's done this over the last 2 years, okay? I started with nothing, gradually it built up, and then next you saw in a year, I had a ton of content. Now, here's where it gets really powerful. Let's talk about the stock and flow and how that ties together into how you make money online. Okay, let's have a look at that. So a big part of making money via blogging is all about consistency, but it's also all about understanding how the whole thing works. So imagine, as I showed you in the previous screen, that this is all the pieces of content that you created over, say, a period of 1 year. Okay, so I've used different shapes to kind of highlight different types of content that you might create. So for example, looking at the humble penny, the triangles might be bits of content about investing, for example, and the squares might be bits of content about, say, making money or about financial independence, okay? If you were somebody who created a blog, you will have various bits of content that you create. Now, ordinarily, all the pieces of content that you create might look like a big kind of mess, but the real insight that comes from making money via blogging is to kind of start to think from this idea of flow and stock. I'll speak to you about what these are in a second. So flow is what you create on a consistent basis, say once a week or twice a week or however many times you produce content. The entire goal of creating your flow is to keep you in touch with your audience on an ongoing basis. You want to show your audience that you're consistent, as we do, for example, on this YouTube channel, that you are focused on creating quality, and the stuff keeps going out. Now, to the naked eye, you just have a bunch of content that exists, okay? But here's where the making money aspect comes into the picture, is that you start to notice patterns in your flow that then might eventually become stock, okay? So what you want to do is build up your stack of flow and start to reorganize your flow whilst creating the flow to start to build stock in the background, okay? So for example, when I'm not creating these YouTube videos on this channel, we are looking at what the patterns are in the various bits of content that we put out either on our blog or on the YouTube channel, because we're trying to connect dots and group them up into various sections and say, lots of people are interested in, say, how to start investing or how to start a YouTube channel or whatever. And we find those various connections and group them up, because we're now using our flow to start to create stock. So in that area there where I've got those triangles neatly arranged into what looks like a nice triangle, that's a good example of what a stock is. So a good example of that is our course called Super Simple Investing. That course came about because we noticed in our flow that many people were asking and engaging with our investing content in a particular way. They were asking for particular answers to questions from a beginner perspective. And that led us to start to investigate our flow to spot what the patterns are, to say, well, actually, it seems people are interested in this subject. Perhaps we should create a course about it. And when we engage with our audience, it turned out to be the case. And the stock that we created in the background, whilst the flow kept going out, became Super Simple Investing. In the same way, anybody who creates a blog and wants to make money from it has to think from this kind of perspective of looking at this as not just a bunch of pieces of content you create over time, but a real gem which you can start to analyze to start to understand how it is you can use that to start to generate an income for your own blog or for your business. So let's dive in and go and have a look at our blog at humblepenny.com, because I really want to show you, looking at a computer screen, how it is we actually generate an income from the actual site, having these various perspectives fed into it and then using that to generate an income for the site. Now let's go and have a look.
So I just want to use this an opportunity to give you a bit of a tour of how this site actually generates an income. Okay, so this is my homepage, which, by the way, this has taken me 2 years to actually make this site looking as it is. And every aspect of this website has been created to make it kind of maximize the user experience for people, such that they can easily navigate the site. They can kind of see what we do very easily, look at the various blogging categories, and then they can read the blog, for example, and various articles that we publish. So I'm going to pick one article and use that to kind of start to demonstrate. Actually, let me go to some of our most popular posts, for example, this one here on how much money you should have saved by age. It's a really popular post, which I've made a video on before, actually, which you can check out in the channel, called How Much Money You Should Have Saved by Age. Now, the first thing you notice when you come onto this blog post is it's neatly presented. And notice this bar here with this advertisement here. These ads are being delivered to the humble penny. Here you can see another one here. These are just little image type banners. And then you can see this thing here that says reader favorites of humble penny. Again, it's playing a bit of an advert, which you can kind of skip. Again, this advert is delivered by the same company here called Mediavine. These ads, this one here, for example, at the bottom, is one of our highest income generating ads on the site. Each type of ad, depending on the type, whether it's the ones that kind of slotted in between the content or the ones that are by this bar here on the side, essentially generate different levels of income for us on this website. And they vary depending on whether someone's looking at them on a desktop or whether somebody's looking at them on a mobile. Okay, so Mediavine, which I'll flip to here, is this company here which we've partnered with to help us. They say here full service ad management. So they manage all our ads. They deliver all the ads to our website. We had to go through an onboarding process in order to be able to start to use these guys. And essentially, if you look here, who's Mediavine, I can tell you what they do. So what they do is they deliver these ads to the humble penny based on our preferences. So for example, I've chosen not to have things that are not family friendly on this website. For example, you and see guns and things that are just not family friendly, such as gambling and so on. They shouldn't come through, although once in a while you might get one of them come through. So ad revenue is one way we generate an income on this site. And you can see for every single blog post, even if you go to the homepage, for example, there's an ad somewhere. So the ad should pop up. There you go, at the bottom. So you can see even when you're watching this, if you're looking at this on your mobile, there's an ad being generated. The key thing to note is that the ad's being generated, whether you click on this link or not, is based on something called the RPM, revenue per 1,000 impressions. So provided we get a fee basically for every 1,000 people who look at these various articles and who essentially consume the content, okay, which is quite interesting, because what that means is that we generate an income just for creating the content. And that's been really helpful, because it means that for every single month that this site is on and running, there's an income being generated every single month. And that's been very helpful from a blogging perspective, because it's helped us mean that we generate an income sustainably every single month from advertising, which then gets reinvested into various things, which I'll show you in a second. Second way we generate an income from the site is through our online school at Financial Joy Academy. You can see here, I'll go to it quickly. So our traffic essentially comes into the Humble Penny, and we can direct some of those people who are interested in more premium content to head over to our academy here in order to purchase some of our courses. You can see you've got Super Simple Investing, Fire Super Budgeting, Value Bundle for now. This is going to grow, kind of currently building a lot more courses. So you can see we generate course income. I had mentioned previously this idea of stock and flow. You can see that the blogging content, the stuff that you're looking at now, so for example, 85 ways to generate extra money, is the flow, and these courses are examples of the stock. So you can see here, if you go to categories, go to investing, you can see that all these pieces of content that you're looking at here are all the flow in the investing category. Every single one. You can click load more. You can see a lot more content. These have helped us identify what people are interested in order to then create the stock, which is this course here called Super Simple Investing, because we identified that people were interested in beginning investing and they were looking for investing confidence. So this is why I talked about the art of blogging, because you can use that to then create things that people can purchase, for example. And I'll be sharing, in fact, at this moment on the screen, we'll ask my wife in the editing to pop up some of the income that comes through from courses, just so that you guys can see how real this is. I'm not just suggesting blogging for fun. You can make some serious income from this, and it can become really interesting. Now, there are other ways in which we generate an income from blogging, which I'll cover in other parts of this video, such as affiliate income, such as coaching income, and so on. But another way we generate an income is through something called sponsorships. So let me just show you what I mean by that. I'll use a particular brand that we work with to demonstrate that. Now, the key thing to mention, by the way, is that you might be thinking, oh my God, Ken, you've got all this stuff sorted out. But the key thing to note is that all this stuff I'm talking about, all these various incomes, didn't just happen in one day. You know, this stuff took time. If you have an idea for your blog, and I mentioned before my tutorial on how to start a blog, I'll put a link to it again for you to check out at this point in the video, is you've got to have an idea over time what type of income you want your blog to generate. It might not be obvious initially, and that's fine, but it takes time. This has taken 2 years, okay? So here's an example of sponsorship income. This brand here called PensionBee, and we love their products for helping you to consolidate your pensions. If you want to check them out, I'll put a link below for you to look at them. But these guys here, for example, you see this clearly tells you at the very beginning, this is a review of PensionBee, and it's an ad. This is a paid partnership with PensionBee. Now, these guys would have paid us a 4-figure sum. I just don't want to go into any details here. But the idea here is that we review this brand because we love this brand. And by doing that, we look at it from our own personal perspective. We tell who they are, we'll cover how it works, we'll cover various things around how the product actually works, and what do I really like about this product, what could be better, what could be better about this product. So we still stay very objective in our review. By doing this, these brands feel that we're offering something really authentic to our readers here on this blog. And for doing that, they pay us a sponsorship fee. And we've worked with many other brands, big names such as Experian and many others, which you can kind of look at later on. The other thing to mention here is affiliates, which I'll go into later. This tab here has our best resources of the website, which kind of gives you an idea of some of the companies that we work with. You can kind of look at them and see how we potentially generate an income from marketing some of these products. Not all of them here are actually affiliates, but I'll talk about affiliate marketing in a second. But hopefully that's giving you a bit of an insight into what's possible through blogging. As I mentioned before, the site currently generates an income from ad revenue, courses, sponsorships, workshops, coaching, affiliate marketing, for example, and probably others that I can't even think about at the moment. But there you go. This is an insight into how the humble painter practically generates an income from blogging and how you can do the same. This is completely doable. This is not something that's reserved to people who are so-called pro bloggers. It's not. I started from nothing. Absolutely. And it's taken me 2 years to get to this stage. By the way, the income from the site, just to mention, is what was then reinvested into starting all these various courses you can look at here. Here's another one, for example. And then reinvested into starting the YouTube channel and reinvested into hiring my wife to work on the site, for example. So many things have happened by letting these ads, for example, come through on the site in order to give us recurring revenues and reinvesting all the income from the various different areas that I mentioned earlier.
If you found that useful and would love to start your own blog, please see below and above a link to our tutorial on how to start a blog. It's a step-by-step tutorial on how you can actually start your own blog. I've also done a video recently on 5 reasons why I believe you should start a blog today. So feel free to check that out. I'll put a link to that as well above for you to check out. Now, the second practical idea for how to make money online from a UK perspective is to become a freelancer. This is where you use your existing skill sets, but you put them out there in a marketplace where there are other people who are looking for people just like you and willing to pay you for those same skill sets. Websites such as People Per Hour or Upwork, for example, I'll put a link to these below so you can check them out, are very helpful for helping you find what type of jobs that you might not even think you had the skills for online, such that you can kind of pitch yourself on those websites and seek out people who are looking for freelancers. So you can do things such as becoming a freelance virtual assistant, becoming a freelance proofreader, for example, or even becoming a freelance video editor. We made a video recently on £100 per day work from home jobs and highlighted a number of freelance jobs that you might be able to do from home. I'll put a link to it below and above for you to check out. The beauty about freelancing is that you can charge what you want to charge depending on what you think your time is worth. Provided somebody out there in the marketplace is willing to pay you what you're asking for your skill set, then you can easily find bits of work that you can do online, but from the comfort of your own home. Now, here's an example of how you can put yourself out there as a freelancer to get started today.
To get started with freelancing, the 2 websites that I'd highly recommend are upwork.com and peoplehour.com. So you can see they're quite straightforward. Here you've got in-demand talent, how Upwork actually works. You can get started here, add your first name and register and start an account, okay? You can see here on People Per Hour, are you a freelancer? Yes, click on that. I want to work as a freelancer. You can simply sign up here using Facebook or your email account. And you simply state what your various skill sets are, what hourly rate your work is, and as soon as you put that out there and what region you want to work in, people get in touch with you to begin working as a freelancer based on your current skill sets. You can also look here on how it works in order to kind of learn more about how you post a project and so on.
The third way to make money online from a UK perspective is something I found out recently, a company called Homestay. So this is where you become a host to international students in your own home, and you essentially offer them a piece of accommodation and you get paid for that on a monthly basis, okay? So these are typically short stays, typically for a period of say 4 weeks to 8 weeks, for example. You host a student, say from France or Japan or wherever, in your own home, maybe in a spare room, and your goal really there is to provide them with a bit of internet, a place to sleep and rest their heads. But this company essentially connects you to these students on an ongoing basis, and you essentially make anything from £750 per month to about £1,500 per month, depending on the amount of accommodation you've got to offer to these student-leds. I thought this was a really interesting idea, and one that a friend of mine actually does on a monthly basis. She said she typically makes about £800 to £1,000 per month from hosting international students, which is fantastic. What's really amazing about this is that the income from this is regular, provided you've got a bit of space and some time to make sure that you provide the required level of accommodation to these students. This is a really good way to make money through the internet, providing a physical service that people find very useful. So let's now check out Homestay so you can see what it looks like practically to be able to use this platform to start to possibly generate some income online.
For student hosting via Homestay, simply head over to this website called homestay.com. As you can see, it says here, quality rooms at wallet-friendly prices. I can look at the various destinations, the top booked cities, London, Paris, Manchester, Tokyo, and so on. Lots and lots of cities. If you want to list a room to make some money from this online, simply hit here, list a room, and it takes you here to where you can sign up and register to list a room. You can see you can do short and long stays. You can have guests from 160 different countries. You can kind of look at how you get paid and so on. Who stays, how long for the right price. And you can look at things like who are the guests, for example. You can see here it says tourists, professionals, university students, language students, and so on. So my friend who actually does this has people from as far as Japan coming to stay with her and making her £800 to £1,000 per month from using this website called Homestay.
Number 4 would be to offer some form of coaching or consulting. Now, this is one of the most kind of overlooked areas of generating some money online. If you think about some of the highest grossing businesses in the world, they are typically consulting businesses. And you can offer consulting skills online using your existing skills, provided you can match those skills to an existing marketplace, for example. A very good example of this is that I sometimes, when I have the time, offer some coaching to people who are starting their own businesses, who are trying to work towards their journey to financial independence or whatever, trying to start their own YouTube channel, for example, or their own blogs. And I do that by charging a fee, for example. In the same way, you will have particular skill sets that you can kind of outline and find people who are looking for those particular skill sets as a service for a fee. I'll walk you now to my blog as an example, so you can kind of see how I've identified some of the skill sets that I have and outlined them such that anybody, whether they're coming through the internet or whether they meet me in person, can kind of say to me, hey Ken, I'd love to kind of consult with you, offer me some consultancy or some coaching, and I'll be able to offer that for a particular fee, for example. This sort of thing can work for anybody. Absolutely anyone can offer consultancy or coaching services, provided you are really going to deliver value. So what you state is what your expertise is what you actually deliver. Because it's only when you do that somebody feels that they can pay you a fee, confidently knowing that they've got some good value from you, okay? So let's head over to my site so I can show you a good example of what this looks like from my perspective, so you can maybe create one for yourself also.
A very quick one just to show you how my coaching works as an example. Here I've got here my page, thehumblepenny.com, on my blog /coaching. This is one of the least shared pages on my site, but one of the highest income generating sections on my site. As you can see here, I just share who I am, what I'm looking to help people do, who I'm trying to help, and people I've coached. And I've come up with 3 different packages that I've completely made up based on my individual talents and skill sets. So what I did was I analyzed things that I'm really good at doing, and then I analyzed experiences that I've had that I think people would want to learn or use for their own life. So things, for example, such as planning for financial independence. We became financially independent 2 years ago, so I can teach people how to do that, creating multiple streams of income, starting a side hustle, starting your own business, blah, 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 right? So I've created this for individuals, and I've split them by sessions. You can have just 1 session, you can have 3 sessions, which is kind of a deep dive. This is for individuals, and then I've created a package for people who are starting their own businesses, again, 3 sessions. Now, the key thing here, and I've explained them all here really, explain what the session is, what's included, the process, and when you click on this form, it takes you to a simple Google form that you fill in, and then I analyze it and say, oh, okay, I want to work with this individual or not. And then I choose who I want to work with and then contact them and work with them. Notice that these various things here came about because I asked myself, what are the unique skill sets I have? What are the unique experiences I've had? Can I just list them out as things that people might be interested in, and then therefore market them across a particular platform that I own? In my own case, this blog here that people visit a lot, we get something like 40,000 monthly unique visitors. And so this page gets gets a lot of views, and people who are interested in me via YouTube or wherever can come here and fill in this form, and therefore I generate some coaching income. So in the same way, you can design your own page, come up with things you're good at, list them out. Please do not list your prices on the sites, because to be honest with you, that doesn't really work very well. So I don't list my prices because my prices are definitely not cheap. But for the people who are interested in working with me and who are serious, they can pay that because they see it as an investment. You should do the same. Help people deliver value. For doing that, they pay you a fee for coaching.
Now, the next one is to start a YouTube channel. Now, if you came to me a year ago, I would not have been able to say this confidently to you, but I'm saying it today as somebody who started a YouTube channel only a few months ago, and we're generating quite a good amount of money from YouTube, which has completely blown our minds. And we can see what's really interesting about YouTube is that the more good content you put out on a consistent basis, and the more you demonstrate a high level of authenticity to people, the more people kind of gravitate towards you and subscribe and support your channel, which we've just found to be amazing for this particular channel here at The Humble Penny. Okay, so I highly recommend starting a YouTube channel as something that you should absolutely make sure you consider. If you are somebody who is a potential YouTuber, if you're considering starting a YouTube channel but have absolutely no idea where to start, I'll put a link below and above to a workshop, an online workshop that we're going to be creating soon on how to start a YouTube channel successfully. So feel free to join that waiting list if you're interested. But I highly recommend you consider starting a YouTube channel, because every single video that's created on this very YouTube channel has its own income that it generates for this YouTube channel every single month, which is just mind-blowing. I mean, when I take my phone out, I'll go and show you in a second, I'll show you the analytics for this YouTube channel so you can see for yourself that every single video has the potential to continue generating an income for this channel every single month for time and time and time, which is just fantastic and mind-blowing in so many ways. And the beauty about this is that the more your channel grows, the more that income grows. There's a massive compounding effect that really kicks in, and provided you keep providing consistency in your content creation, you keep providing value through providing quality bits of content, and provided you keep being original and authentic, YouTube is definitely an area that I highly recommend. In fact, I'll make a video in the very near future comparing YouTube as a platform and blogging, because I see them. In fact, if this is something you'd love to see, let me know. I'd be more than happy to make a video about this, because YouTube's really surprised me as a platform for generating an income. And I'm constantly thinking to myself, wow, channel a long time ago, but it's just never too late. If it's something you're interested in, check out the link below and join the workshop. Now let's have a look at my actual analytics. Let me take you behind the scenes so you can take a look at what our YouTube channel looks like from an income perspective, as well as from a kind of traffic perspective, kind of give you a sense for what things might look like for you if you started a YouTube channel as well.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. I wanted to show you this so that you can start to believe that starting a YouTube channel is something that's viable. We started this channel creating content on it 4 months ago, actually 5 months ago. You can see here we've got 3,500 subscribers, and this is growing pretty rapidly. You can see a load of our content here, which you can take a look at. You've probably watched quite a lot of these in the past. Now, I'm going to just take you to our analytics, because it's very important for you to kind of see the real numbers. You can see that in the last 28 days, you can see it says it there, right? We've had 52,000 views. Our subscriber rate's gone up almost 100%. Our income's risen by 93% in 28 days. We're currently at 415 pounds, which is about $530 or $50, something like that. You can see, if you go down a bit, you can see some of our top videos, you can see all the traffic activity. You can go into here on revenue, and you can start to see for that money, you can see the growth going up. You can start to see what I mentioned to you guys earlier, the videos that are generating a ton of money. Every video has its own income, as you can see. That's very, very interesting, because a lot of it comes from skippable ads. It just shows you that these things essentially become assets, and these videos essentially become assets and generate an income for you on a monthly basis, basically. Yeah. So every single video that you create on YouTube starts to serve you as something that can make you income on a monthly basis, and it just compounds and compounds and grows.
Now, the next one is to start an online tutoring business. Now, the tutoring industry in the UK is worth £2 billion. It's a huge industry, and it's become very possible today for anyone from the comfort of their own home to offer tutoring online to people from across the world. This could be in a variety of subjects such as English language, accountancy, how to start a YouTube channel, whatever it is you know how to do. There is somebody out there looking for somebody who can teach them. It could be a technical subject, or it could be a subject that requires a particular level of expertise or qualification, for example. Do not let your experience remain dormant. I'd say get on the internet, find groups online, for example on Facebook, and use tools such as Skype or Zoom to be able to connect with people and generate an extra income online. You can teach people one-to-one, or you could even use platforms such as Zoom to teach people on a group basis. So for example, you might be able to teach a group of about 5 to 6 people, all connected up to the same call online, but generating an income from each one of those people, provided you're obviously delivering value to that group, okay? Now let's check out some of the platforms that you might be able to use to start making some extra money online.
To offer tutoring online, I'd highly recommend this website called zoom.us, which is fantastic. All you do here is come here and host a meeting, say for example with video or with video off, and you can have as many people as you want joining your meetings to offer them tuition online. For payments, I'd recommend you set up a PayPal account, keep it really simple. People can pay you from PayPal using their email addresses. So you have it. Zoom plus PayPal can help you start offering tuition online.
Now, the final one to mention on this video is affiliate marketing. Essentially what an affiliate is a middleman that markets the products or services created by somebody else. A good example would be myself. I market a number of products and services that I find absolutely useful for myself and that I think the audience of The Humble Penny, for example, might find useful. And for doing that, I receive one-off commissions on an ongoing basis or monthly recurring commissions for marketing those various products. Those amounts vary. They could be anything from, say, $80 per month, in some cases actually a lot more than that. But the amount come in on a recurring basis or one-offs. Now let's jump onto my blog at The Humble Penny and let me show you guys practically a really good example of an affiliate that we market and how we market that particular affiliate. That's the most important part. How exactly we market it in order to be able to generate an income online.
Affiliate marketing is more of an art rather than a science. Okay, I'm going to pick an affiliate that we currently market called Experian. Many of you will know Experian as a credit website. You can look at your credit scoring and so on. Okay, so this company is one that we market as an affiliate. Now, there are many ways in which you can market an affiliate, and I'll show you a way in which we currently do it. One way we do it is by creating a best resources page, which is the tools that we use. You can see here, Experian is listed as a tool that you can use. This is actually an affiliate link. If you click through that, we will generate a small commission for referring you as a customer. But affiliate marketing goes way beyond just sticking links on your blog and waiting to make some money. So I want to use this bit of this video to kind of explain a good example of another way in which you can do it, and which there are many different ways you can market affiliates. So one of them is to simply create a piece of content. It could be a review, it could be a tutorial, it could be that you offer the brand an interview, it could be that you promote them on social media and so on. But this particular one is me writing a form of a blog post that explains how the product actually helps people. In this case, how it helps you to improve your credit score using Experian. So in this way, the reader who's reading this is looking at this. And by the way, this post is not only an affiliate post, but it's also a sponsored post. As you can see, it's a partnership. It's a paid partnership as well as an affiliate post as well. So it's two types of income being generated on this very post. You can see I've written a review of how this product is useful for helping people improve their credit scores. And by doing that, people have received a great deal of value. And by receiving a great deal of value and seeing how it can help them, because remember, people are interested only in what can help them. But once people can see how it can help them, they believe that potentially that this product might be what's suitable for helping them do that. And once they click, say on this link, for example, free credit score, you can see if you look at the bottom left of this screen where it says humpenny.com/Experian, it takes them to Experian, and that becomes an affiliate commission that we receive on this website. So affiliate marketing is more of an art rather than a science, and it's not about posting links everywhere and expecting people to click it. It's about thinking of creative ways to market it. I hope to make future videos on affiliate marketing. If you're interested, let me know in the comments.
Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video today on how to make money online from a UK perspective. I'm going to put a link below to a super detailed post I made called 21 Legit Ideas on How to Make Money Online. Check that out on our blog at thehumblepenny.com. I'll also refer you to a video I made recently called How to Start an Online Business in 7 days. So here it is here. I'll put a link here for you to check it out. It's an amazing challenge for you. If you love the idea of starting an online business, you can absolutely get started in 7 days by watching that video. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you are currently making some money online. I'd love to know from you how it is you're making money. How are you finding that? Is it quite challenging? What sort of money are you making? Are you making kind of pocket money type money, or are you making kind of big money type money, i.e. amounts more than £1,000? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. However much you're making, please let me know in the comments, okay? I'd also love to hear from you if you'd love to start an online business, but currently have no idea how to start, or, you feel kind of apprehensive because you just have no idea how the online world works. Let me know in the comments, what your fears are, what your concerns are. I'd be more than happy to jump in and share my personal perspectives as someone who's been doing this now for a couple of years and help you move ahead and move forward. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you found it useful. And if this is your first time on our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like many times. It really helps us, helps with engagement, helps with our video being recommended to other people so they too can come across our channel and consume some of our content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again on our next video. Take care and bye for now.